Hello, my dear soul family. I hope you're doing fantastic today. I am Fabiola Baughman and I am a shaman. I'm originally from Peru, and today I want to talk to you about vision, not just what we see with our eyes, but what we hold and see with our heart. The kind of vision that belongs to the Condor, the sacred messenger of the Andes, the one who sees far beyond what's right in front of us. So, Condor vision is about the long game. It really is the dream, the big picture, the reason why we came here in the first place, so we can transcend, right? But before we soar, let's honor the ones who live close to the earth. Let's talk about mouse medicine, right? Mouse medicine is beautiful in its own way. It teaches us how to pay attention to the details, right? Have you met mouse people that are always pay attention to details? I remember when I was getting my master's degree, I was constantly paying attention to details because, first of all, I was working with mice. And this medicine reminds me to be practical, to be organized, to organize our lives, and to make sure that everything, the bills are paid, the floor is swept, everything is in the right place. But mouse medicine is the energy of survival, focus, alert, and deeply attuned to the here and now. And why is that? Think about the mouse. The mouse is basically the ultimate prey, right? All the animals are going to prey on the mouse. The cat, the bird, the eagle, all of them, they're going to prey on the mouse. It's a little guy, so it has to be very attentive because it has to survive, right? So it is a wonderful ally to work with when you're balancing your checkbook, when you're organizing your space, or when you're making plans for the future. Um, but actually, the mouse only can see what's right in front of his nose, right? And when we live only in that mode, we just hyper focus or putting the high power to the microscope, constantly checking and rechecking and planning, overthinking. We start to chew the cud of our thoughts. We ruminate. And if we are not careful, that focus can spiral into fear, anxiety, and a desire to control every outcome, every little detail. Have you met people that have to control everything and they drive you crazy? That is mouse medicine. Okay. So the mouse can help you to survive, but you need to know when to apply it, right? But Condor Vision doesn't help you not only survive, it helps you to thrive, right? So Condor Vision is about thriving. So when should you focus on Condor medicine? When you're trying to create something magical, when you're stepping into your destiny, when you need the soaring heart of the Condor, because some dreams cannot be organized in a spreadsheet. They need breath, they need space, they need the freedom to fly. So how do we find balance in our lives? Use mouse energy or medicine when you need to tend to your everyday life, but invite the Condor vision when you're dreaming something big. Start with this. Think of something you've been wanting to create in your life. Let's see, something that feels out of reach. I don't know, perhaps going on a long trip around the world or just going out of the state. For some people, it's just going out of the state. That is a big deal. But for a lot of people, that's out of reach, right? So we can think big, or we can think stay-wise, or we can think a little closer to home. But let's focus that for you, that is thinking ahead, thinking like with the eyes of the condor, something that you know is part of who you are and what you're meant to become. Maybe it is about a place. Maybe it is about a calling or about a feeling. So let's think about that for a moment. Hold it in your heart. Hmm. Yeah, what is that dream that only the condor and the eagle can reach? Because they can fly. Yeah. Now, next step is to let go of the how you're going to accomplish it. Let go of the need to control it. Surrender the outcome. Here it goes. Spread your wings, but never let go of the vision. For me, I always knew I would move to the United States. Little girl from Peru. I always knew I would live near the ocean. Now I have a place by the ocean. I know that the mountains are still calling me home, and someday they will be my destiny. These visions didn't come from logic. They came from feeling and they came from the heart. So what is your destiny? What are you wanting to dream about? What dreams live in your heart? And how would it feel to be there already? So hold that intention, that emotion. If you already had, if you already were where you wanted to be, how does it feel in your heart? Yeah, this is like to becoming the condor. You have become the condor, rising above the fear, rising into possibility, and remember that everything is possible when you fly with love, with trust, and with vision. Right? Let's fly like the condor. Feel that freedom to dream big, hold the vision, and surrender. And surrender. Very cool. One of the things that I love to do when I want to manifest something that feels out of reach is I ask the archangels, the angels, my guides, that if this is something for me to have and is good for me and it's going to keep me on my spiritual path, to help me manifest it out of blue sky. And when it's meant for me, it manifests even within the next 24 hours. So I would encourage you to try that, to trust on your guides, on your spirit angels, or your angels and the archangels and whoever you can recruit to help you manifest that dream, because you'll be surprised that it's not too far away from where you are. So if this message spoke to you, like this video and subscribe for more teachings from the heart, from the heart of Pachamama. So what vision are you ready to soar towards? Let me know in the comments. Take care. Bye-bye.